sometimes it's really difficult to get the ball rolling, how to break the inertia, because people have fear of what this looks like and where it's going to go. And a lot of teachers are sort of used to being that expert, and they're really afraid of that unknown. What are some good ways to help support that teacher to break the inertia and get the ball rolling and exploring innovation?
Well, that's a great question. First of all, I think we have to understand that fear of the unknown, fear of trying something new, is human. It's natural. And it's especially true in the education profession, which historically, I think, has attracted people who tend to be somewhat more risk averse than the average. They basically don't, they like school. They don't want to leave. So a number of things I think are important. First of all, this is what goes back to change leaders being leaders of adult learning. We have to help our teachers understand there's two kinds of risks here. Yes, there are risks in trying new things. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect. Remember, you're going to iterate. But the risk of remaining the same is also very high. Not for you, but for your kids. The risk of remaining the same is that kids graduate completely unprepared for work, for learning, and for citizenship in the 21st century. And who are they going to blame? They're going to blame us. They're going to blame our teachers. So there are risks either way. And you have to help people understand that it's not a zero-sum game. It's not as if one thing is risky and the other thing is not. So that's point one. Point two is that you've got to incent your risk takers and your early adopters. That's the advantage of having an innovation fund. You don't expect every teacher to change all at once. You sort of create opportunities, you create a safety net, saying, look, we know that the first time you do a exhibition of mastery like the one you saw in the video just now, not going to be perfect. And there's some kids whose projects are going to be lousy or look lousy. That's okay, because you're going to iterate. Because whatever you're doing is an improvement over doing nothing and the status quo. So I think those are the kinds of things that help. I also think it's enormously helpful for teachers to have a picture of what it is we're trying to accomplish. That's why we made the film that you're going to see this afternoon, to give people a very concrete sense. You don't change your teaching style because you read a book very often. The best, we teachers teach in the ways that we've been taught. And unless and until we've been taught differently or we see something that works better, we're probably not going to be inclined to change.